in cardiology, diabetes, hypertension, and pain management. Dr. Donald Ware is your specialist, whose practice is focused on patient care, rehabilitation, and life quality. They can be reached at 323-750-5000 or 323-565-2778. Remember, Covenant Medical Center for excellence in patient
The views and opinions expressed by callers, guests, and hosts do not necessarily reflect those of the Black Talk Radio Network and Black Talk Media Project. Black Talk Radio is new black media for the new millennium.
Good morning. This is Kenny Hendricks, and this is Change Matters, and it is Tuesday, November 22nd, and it is a cloudy day, a little rainy here in Dallas, Texas. We've got another good show coming to you live from the Black Talk Radio Network. Again, this is Change Matters Solutions, and I am Kenny Hendricks.
And good morning. I am Colette Williams, and I am coming to you live from the Big D, Dallas, Texas. And yes, it is cloudy and it's cold and it's rainy. And this is a Thanksgiving week, and we are here to share with you all of the things that we are grateful for and what Thanksgiving really, really means. So thank you for joining us. We have guests on our show this morning. We have call-in guests. We've got a lot of things going on, and we thank you for joining us. And we're going to get this show started. It's a Thanksgiving morning. Thank you for being with us. Call in, join us, and let me give you the numbers quickly so that you can do this in a hurry. Our number is 866-510-9025. That's 866-510-9025. And let's get started with our Thanksgiving show. And our guest this morning is Kelly Brown, Jr. And the reason that we're having Kelly Brown, Jr. on our show this morning is that he's got a company, a business. He's got something that he's doing, and it's called The Good One. And it's very near to my heart and dear to my heart because it focuses on doing good. It focuses on community. It focuses on community service, and it focuses on living with passion and purpose. And that's what we're trying to get to here with Change Matters. So, Kelly Brown, are you with us?
Thanks for having me.
Are you there?
Yes. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning.
And I would like to add to that introduction. The name of this program is Change Matters Solutions, and here Kelly's application epitomizes what we're talking about: solutions. Not just talking about things, but actually coming up with solutions to some of the things that we are faced with. And his organization, The Good Ones, is obviously dedicated to providing solutions, and they've got an app that's going to talk about that. So with all that being said, Kelly, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and then talk about your application?
Well, thanks. Like I said, thanks for having me. Born and raised in Pasadena, California, which is a suburb of Los Angeles, California. And, my career is primarily in business operations. I've been doing business operations, real estate, in California for the past 18 years. And just recently, probably about 2 years ago, I started building the Good Ones application because I wanted to change the things that we value in American society. You know, the division that started to occur about a year and a half ago really just became out of control when, you know, you had politics, you had police shootings, you know, you had a lot of injustices going on inside the Black community. And I wanted to kind of do my part to make a change. You know, I didn't want to continue to watch and wait for things to happen, but to actually, you know, start to get involved and create real change, and not just by putting pressure on politicians or, you know, trying to talk to people who may not have the same mindset as me. I wanted to kind of look at what was popular right now and kind of use that to lead people in the right direction. So I created an app. And basically what the app does is it focuses on, you know, morality. It focuses on intellectual growth or personal growth, and also focuses on financial literacy. 3 things that I don't believe that, you know, we focus on, especially in the Black community, enough. So I built the app around those 3 concepts, around those 3 initiatives. And I started to develop something that, you know, I became really, really proud of. And like I said, you know, the Good One applications is very similar to a lot of the social networking applications that are out right now, like a Facebook. But what we do is we give value to positive things, to positive actions. And so we celebrate people who do community service, who, you know, spend the time to mentor kids inside of their community. We give celebration and value to people who donate and create jobs inside of our communities. You know, we give celebration to people who, you know, have good credit and are able to take advantage of low interest rates for themselves or for their businesses, so that, you know, they can create opportunity for themselves and for businesses and for their communities. You know, we give credit and celebration to things that typically aren't celebrated enough, things that really create change inside of one's, you know, personal life. But, you know, these things also create, you know, change and inspiration and motivation inside of our community as well. And so that's the overall summary.
Great that you say that, because I've said that for years, that in our community, we celebrate the wrong things. And we don't celebrate successes in terms of people, you know, whether they have a corporate job, whether they've made it in terms of doing philanthropic things, doing things in the community. Those aren't the things that we celebrate. But I wanted you to talk a little bit more about this, because you're also trying to do some crowdfunding. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. I have a campaign on a platform, Indiegogo, which is it's very similar to GoFundMe, I think, which is the most popular crowdfunding platform. But mine is on Indiegogo, and the reason I put it on Indiegogo versus GoFundMe is Indiegogo is more for tech entrepreneurs, and GoFundMe is more for people with causes like, you know, if you have a debilitating disease and you need to help raise money to help with the treatment, you would go on GoFundMe. But if you are building an application or a product or something tech related, you go on Indiegogo. So I went on Indiegogo, and I have a campaign running right now trying to raise funds so that I can complete the back end work and also for an initial marketing campaign. I've spent tons of my own money just creating the platform, from concept to development and inside of coding. But now I'm just trying to raise some additional funds to complete the project and have a good, strong initial marketing campaign so that I can spread the word to as many people as possible.
That's great. That's wonderful. Kelly, tell us about the video that you've done, and I believe it's also on Indiegogo. But when I watched the video, I was absolutely amazed. I think you've done a great job on the video, and it speaks to your passion. It speaks to what, Good Ones is all about. And I think that the people will look at this and they will want to know more, and they will want to know themselves what they can do to be a part of the Good Ones. So tell us about your video.
Yeah, thank you. So I created a video to go along with the campaign. And in the video, I tell my story. I tell, my story about, how I grew up and some of the things that influenced me inside of the Black community, things that I noticed on a daily basis, and how some of those things influenced me, and what I did at the moment of truth, which was, look inward at how would I like to contribute either positively or negatively to my community. And basically in the film, you'll see, I took a quote from Mahatma Gandhi that says, be the change that you wish to see in your community, in your neighborhood, in your country. If you want to see some change, it should start with you. And so that's
right.
kind of been my motto from the time I was young, where, I grew up around, people and friends who were, in the gang culture, who were in the drug culture. And instead of kind of following that path, I chose to do things differently. I chose to go to college. I chose to become a role model for the youth in my community by, donating time at the YMCA and at the Boys Club, mentoring kids. And once again, in 2016, with, all the political and social unrest, instead of, pointing the finger at other people and saying, hey, you need to change this, or you need to change that, I took that motto into consideration again with being the change I wanted to see, and saying, hey, you know what? I want to build something that is going to help and inspire change versus leaving that responsibility to somebody else. And so you'll see that in the film that I created is me kind of giving people an understanding of why I think it's more impactful to role model successful behavior versus putting the responsibility on others to role model successful behavior.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that we do. As a matter of fact, during some of our discussions, even on this show, we've talked about how to make change or how to create change in the neighborhood. And one of the things that we come up with constantly is we don't have a leader. And one of the things that I always say is we don't need a leader. We need ourselves. We need to look inward, and we need to begin change from where we are. Just do something. So I'm very, very pleased and very happy about what you've done. And I think it really says a great deal. And if everyone took the very same kind of initiative or some initiative anywhere to begin changing, our community would be so much better. We would do so much more. We could all just decide, I'm going to be about the change. And that phrase, be the change that you wish to see in the world, is so powerful, because everyone wants to see change, but no one really wants to take the first step. No one wants to put their foot out there and make that step to create change. And doing that is really, really powerful. Tell us what how that coincides with this being Thanksgiving week. I am very, very passionate about being thankful and being grateful and showing gratitude and kindness. When I'm at school, that's one of the things that I promote. When I'm out in the community, that's what I promote. Most people know me because I'm the character, and they know that that's what I am going to talk about. I did a workshop for the National Association of University Women, the SCORLAB, and the girls who were in the workshop needed to hear that, and they heard that. And the women who are a part of the organization said, wow. But it's something that it doesn't deserve a wow. Everybody needs to be doing it. Everybody needs to take the initiative and take a position that this is what we're going to do. We're going to be about change. We're going to be about gratitude. We're going to be about grace. So can you talk to us a little bit about how this ties into this week of Thanksgiving?
Well, for me, I think that, for me, I want to go back just a little bit on something you said about leadership and unity. And, one of the reasons why I built the app was because I believe in a philosophy of unity versus leadership. Working for big companies, during my professional career, you learn that, these huge companies have philosophies about unifying people versus leadership, because when you have a leader and that leader leaves, then the company is in disarray, or the collection is in disarray. But if you have unity and you teach everyone to be their own leaders, then when that one person leaves, the company continues to function as a company, because everybody has the tools to lead in a specific area or what they're good at. And so, that was one of the reasons why, I decided on an application that teaches people and rewards people, is so that we don't look for leaders. We look for personal growth and understanding that we all can lead in our own different way. That collectively, if a leader leaves, or if a leader is no longer qualified to lead a certain amount of people for whatever reason, the unity doesn't go away. We all can continuously thrive and continuously push forward, because we all have educated ourselves on, whatever it is that the group is trying to achieve collectively. So I definitely agree with you that, as a collective unit, Black people, we don't necessarily need leaders. We just all need to unify and understand that we're greater in numbers, and collectively we can all be our own leaders inside of our communities and inside of our homes. As far as what I'm grateful for, I would say, for me, I'm grateful for family and friends. It's been very apparent throughout the journey of building this application that, the ideas and support and collaborations and networking with friends and family to help kind of develop this have been instrumental. They've been key in me really, really understanding what's needed and how I can play my part in developing, a tool for our community. All of the work and all of the inspiration and all of the ideas, have come from friends and family. And so, for me during this time, I would say that's probably what I'm most thankful for, is, just the network of friends and family that I have, who've given me a tremendous amount of support.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's whenever we involve ourselves in endeavors like this, I think it's paramount that we have friends and family assist us. Now, can you speak to? I know you've had some response to this, and you're getting some of the crowdfunding information back. What has the community been from the Black community at large? A lot of times we are really good when it comes to the new LeBron tennis shoes and the new Michael Jordan tennis shoes and the new rapper, things like that. But with regard to something as philosophical, if you will, as this, what kind of, we're not necessarily the best people in supporting that. So what has the community said to you? What is the response been from the Black community at large?
So, when I first presented the app to, friends and I posted the campaign on Facebook and Twitter, and, I introduced it to a lot of friends, the feedback has been ridiculously positive. I get, I get people who send me messages. I get people who, reach out to me that, I haven't spoken to in quite some time. And everybody's very congratulative. Everybody, wants to see the app, come to fruition and become, the next huge social media darling. I'm getting tremendous feedback. Now, inside of action, that's always the tough part. Because like you said, when it comes to, Jordans and things that we give social currency to now, people are motivated by that social currency to be somebody or to be important. This is the currency that we give people when they buy, cars and homes and Jordans and things that others desire. We give them the social currency as motivation to say, yes, you're doing good, you're important.
Right, and those things usually have very little meaning.
Yes. Well, they have significant meaning to those people, but they have very little value at the end of the day, because they all depreciate, except for homes in the right instance.
Sure.
Sometimes homes can be positive on the ledger. Sometimes homes can be negative on the ledger if you can't afford them. But with that being said, the action part has been the stumbling block inside of my campaign. It's I have people who, congratulate me all across the board, but when it actually comes to pulling out their credit card and making the donation, it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge. It hasn't gone as I would like it have to have gone, but it has gone how I expected it to go. And the reason I say it's gone, the reason I expected it to go, is because I'm trying to change that exact culture. I'm trying to change that culture of people not understanding what a good investment looks like and can do for them down the road. So it was expected more so when I launched it that I wouldn't have a whole lot of people donating money right off the bat, because this is the exact culture that I'm trying to change. So I have a plan B and a plan C as far as how to market and kind of overcome some of these obstacles. But like I said, it hasn't gone exactly the way that I would have liked it to go.
And this kind of culture does not change overnight.
No,
it's going to take some time. It's going to take initiatives like this, like yours, like people like you, to do more and more of these types of things. And people, it just needs to continually be out there. We need to continue to push it. We will continue to push it. And Kelly, you're welcome to come on the show anytime you'd like to talk more about this, to implore people to get involved with your project, if there are other projects out there. These are the types of solutions that we're looking for. In one of our first shows, we had some conversations, and we had a caller call in and said, I didn't hear you guys talking about any solutions. Well, the problem with the thing about it is Colette and I don't have all the solutions. We have some ideas. We want to talk about them, but we're looking for people like yourself, Kelly, people out there that have solutions that they want to get out there, that they can
once that word gets out, and that's why it was important to have you on. We want you to help you get that word out to the masses. To hey, this is out there. This is a very positive thing. Well, we're trying to change your culture. So let's do this. Let's do this.
Right, absolutely. And before we go any further, let me give you the phone numbers again to call in. That's 866-510-9025. That's 866-510-9025. And Kelly, I promise you, as soon as I win the lottery, you are going to get $10 from me. That's a promise.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And
Okay, Kel.
I really appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity on the show to bring my product to even more people who are interested in creating change inside of their community and inside of our nation at that.
Well, once we finish the show, it will be the podcast. Scotty will do the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make sure you have the link to the podcast, and you can shoot that out to everybody, people who did not get a chance to listen to the program can actually listen to the podcast and get involved. And if you people are listening, whether it's live or on the podcast, I implore you, get involved.
Absolutely. Get involved,
that's going to be fantastic. But we all have to do our part in order to help out.
Right. And one of the things that we have to be mindful of is that folks are very slow to respond. They are very slow, especially for something like this that is about change, and they may need to take it personally. They're very slow to change. And I think the more we put this out there, the more we give people what this is really about, I think the response will become greater and greater. But we've got to get it out there. We have to get it out there, and we've got to make people aware of what you're doing and what this is about and how they can join this good one, how they can become part of the good ones. And I think that name, the good ones, it says so much. It says so much. It's not just about collecting anything. It's about being good and doing good for family, for self, for the community. So I think this is really, really fantastic. And we will have you on again. You're going to stay with us for the hour. We will have you on again. So stay put. And I believe we're coming to the bottom of the hour, and we are going to have to take a station break. Let me give you the phone numbers one more time. That's 866-510-9025. That's 866-510-9025. Here we go.
You are tuned in to Change Matters Solutions with Kenny Hendricks and Colette Williams. If you have a question or comment,
Here I am.
Dial 866-510-9025. That's 866-510-9025. If you want to comment, hit star to unmute yourself. I'll see you on the board, and we will bring you into the program. We'll be right back on the other side of this short break. Make Black Talk Radio your choice for digital black radio. New black media for the new millennium. We're back. Yes, we're back.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're back on. And this is Colette Williams. This is Change Matters, and we're back on live with Kelly Brown Jr. from The Good Ones. We're going to continue our conversation. And let me give the numbers out. And I did not give you the star, so I'll give you that along with the number. That's 866-510-9025. Star, and Scotty will bring you on. Kelly, as we're talking about the change that's necessary in our communities and some of the families and some of the things that are going on, this is a special week. This is Thanksgiving week, and one of the things that I want to do on this show today is make sure that we talk about gratitude, purpose, giving back, service to our community. I'm going to read one of the affirmations that I receive. I get them all the time. As I asked you about Thanksgiving, this is going to also be about Thanksgiving. So today's affirmation is, I receive all of life for Thanksgiving. I have gratitude for everything that has ever occurred to bring me to this moment. I give thanks for the joys and the suffering, the moments of peace and the flashes of anger, the compassion and the indifference, the roar of my courage and the cold sweat. I accept gratefully the entirety of my past and my present. So that's about Thanksgiving. And when we give the number out, when we talk about the good ones, when we talk about Thanksgiving, gratitude is so important. And how can people get involved with this and still feel the gratitude of what you're doing, what they're doing to help? How can all that be put together? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of ways. First off, if people are interested and they're supportive of kind of what the app stands for and what we're trying to do, the first bit of gratitude that they could show is actually donating to the campaign. I'd be very, very thankful, for people who donate to the campaign. But also inside of the gratitude point, the Good Ones app was built so that, people could go out, live with purpose, and that purpose is helping others. The whole, idea of the app was to help people do things inside of their communities and for themselves and for their families. And so, the idea of the app is about, helping others. And we go a step further by not only helping people live with purpose, but any fees that we collect, we also donate to charities as a company. We also give back to communities as a company. We'll also have fundraising inside of the company so that we can give back and build not only the people who are inside of the app self-worth, but we're also going to use those donations to build our communities across the country and the integrity inside of those communities as well.
Okay,
that is.
We do have a caller.
Okay.
Oh, we do? Okay, let's go ahead and bring the caller in.
Yes, area code 408, you're on Change Matters Solution. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Hi, this is Kiana Williams.
Hi, Kiana.
Hi, great, thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to just call in and express what I think gratitude is also. And I would say gratitude is a state of being from which oftentimes your permanent disposition can be changed if you apply gratitude in just, it can be an abstract application, it can also be a tangible application. So in other words, gratitude can be something, you can be grateful for something that is tangible. A house, home, a car, transportation, food, all the necessities of life, the tangible necessities. It can also be an abstract application, meaning you're grateful for me personally, I'm grateful for the ability to have very insightful ideas about my career and ideas about culture and just curiosity. I'm very curious about life and nature, and so I apply gratitude in that way. I'm also grateful for family and friends and opportunity. I'm part of an organization, a radio station called KPFK. It's Pacifica Radio, started in Berkeley, and I'm part of Feminist Magazine that is on KPFK, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. That's been an avenue for some really great work that I've been able to be a part of. So in terms of great gratitude, I would have to say that's currently my direction in terms of gratitude.
Well, great. Thank
Well,
you very much for your sentiments. Thank you for your sentiments. And also, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ken.
The gratitude helps us live life and live life to its fullest, I think. Because if you're grateful for what you have, I think it's much easier to move on to the next. Because if you're not grateful, if you have anger issues, if you have issues about where you are that you can't deal with, and you're not grateful for the small things that you have, then it's hard to move on. You know, we in this country, you know, have, you know, a lot of black people talk about the fact that things haven't changed. There are a lot of things that haven't changed, but there are a lot of things that have changed. You know, I'm grateful for a lot of those things that have changed. I'm grateful for the fact that, you know, I get up every morning and, you know, I've got a roof over my head, I've got transportation, I can eat. You know, we are a very fortunate society in this country. Sometimes I look in my pantry and it's full, and I go, man, there's nothing to eat here. You know, how many people around the world do that?
Right.
You know, we have refrigerators that are taller than us. I mean, you go to other countries, people have small refrigerators. They shop daily because they can't store a lot of food, things like that. So all these things go into being grateful for what we have. And that's not to say we shouldn't continue to fight for justice and equality, okay, because those things are out there, and they're always going to be out there. We always have to fight them. But we also have some gratitude about where we are, you know, both as, whether it's in this country or in your own personal situation. Just be grateful.
Right.
You know, get rid of the anger and the resentment. And all that.
Absolutely.
And I think it really it helps your health as well. Because all the things you do, all those that anger, anxiety, resentment, all that building up inside you hurts your health. But I wanted to give Kelly an opportunity to give people an idea of how to contact you. I know you talked about the Indiegogo site. Is there a phone number, a website? Is it on Facebook? And if people wanted to contribute, is it only through Indiegogo, or can you do a PayPal? Can they send you cash, check, or money order? How's this going to work?
So people can reach me on any of the social platforms. My contact on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is KB, the number 4, M as in Mary, D as in David, E as in Edna, N as in Nancy, A as in Apple. So it's KB4 DENA, which actually stands for
KB4D. What was after the first D?
Yes.
DENA.
Yeah, so it's KB4M.
Dina.
Yeah, KB4M DENA. KB from Dina. That's there's an M. KB4M DENA. So from and that's how people can look me up or contact me on any one of those social media platforms. The Indiegogo campaign is under Good Ones, and that's spelled GOODWONS. Good Ones. So you can go to Indiegogo, you can type in Good Ones, and the Apple, the app campaign will come up, and you can donate 3 different ways on the Indiegogo. You can donate $20, and for $20 we give you the perk of getting an invitation to the beta model once it's a little preview right before we launch. It's very exclusive. I'm only going to have just a couple hundred people who get to see the app before the rest of the world. And then you'll also have, a highlighted profile if you donate $20 on the Indiegogo. If you
Brown.
donate $100 on the Indiegogo, not only will you become one of the beta testers and have your profile highlighted, but you'll also have an equity option. People who invest, I want to share the success of this application with people who are serious about investing in it. So
I have
if you
a
donate
question.
$100 or more, you're going to have an equity option inside the company, meaning we're going to give you a piece of the ownership of the company. The third option is a $1,000 investment, and with that, you get what the other two packages include, but you also get listed as one of the founders of the app, and you'll also have constant communication between myself and the executive team at the company. So you'll be considered one of the founders if you donate $1,000 or more to the campaign. As far as PayPal and these other options, unfortunately, I don't have those set up for the public to just send me cash because these are donations. I would like to have it go through the campaign. That way it's accurately tracked. That way these monies are accounted for. And we kind of cover our bases from a legal standpoint.
Mr. Brown, I have a question. This is Scotty the engineer. I just want to let the listeners know we have linked to the Indiegogo campaign of Mr. Brown's. It's right there in the program description. And if you're listening later on the podcast, please click through. That link is provided for you right there. Just one quick question, if I may. Sounds like you may be taking advantage of the new crowdfunding rules that the FCC recently passed. We did a couple of programs with a couple of people pointing out that the Obama administration introduced new rules that would allow people to become investors in companies such as what you're doing and not just donors. So I'm wondering if you're taking advantage of that, because they did put those rules are in place now to where with these crowdfunding campaigns, people can become investors. And I heard you mention that they will become investors. Just wondering if you were taking advantage of that or if you were aware of the new FCC rules on crowdfunding investing.
No, absolutely. And there's very, detailed and precise wording that you have to use in order for those laws to benefit you. And so we kind of did that on the app because before, about a year ago, like you said, Scotty, you weren't able to give any types of shares. It was actually restricted on a lot of these campaigns and crowdfunding platforms because of FCC violations. So yes, just recently, there were some amendments to those restrictions, which did allow that, but there's still very restrictive wording that you're able to use. And we took advantage of being able to use some of these restricted wordings to be able to give back to people who donate to our campaign.
That's great.
Well,
That's
Kelly,
great.
correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't hear you say anything about the $10 donation. What do we get for that? Remember me?
Yeah, anything that people want to donate, we will accept. Whether you donate $1 or whether you donate $1 million, we're willing to accept. But
you still want you.
I think you get a coffee cup for it.
Yeah, but
he still wants part of my lottery winning.
Yeah, we give different perks for certain investment amounts. Any donation is welcome, but we give perks for certain investment amounts.
Okay, so there is a $10 perk.
Yes, there's a $10 perk.
Yeah, okay, that's all I need to know. Okay.
If you donate $10, we'll send you back a note that says thank you. That's one of the perks.
Okay. Okay, very good, very good. We're going to keep this going. I have something else that I want to read to everyone, and I'm sure that they know this one. And that is develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. And from Lauren Hill, everything we do should be a result of our gratitude for what God has done for us. Thank you for that. And Kelly, once again, I am really, really excited about the good ones. I'm very excited about it. I know that you're being on our show, that's going to help to catapult you to the next level. And it's going to be awesome to watch you grow and to get the good ones out there. This is one of those radio shows that people tune into and they go, the light goes on. So this is one of those times when the lights will go on and people will understand that they need to be a part of change, because change does matter. They need to be a part of what's going on with the good ones and how we can create change in our own community. So I am really grateful for what you're doing with the good ones. And what we will also do is make sure that we continue to get the word out. And we do this every show. Ken and I have some things coming up, and we're going to make sure that we can further this as best we can. And is there anything else that you'd like for people to know about the good ones?
I mean, at this point, I think we've kind of given everybody the link. We've kind of given everybody the summary. People kind of understand my background and they know what the opportunity is at this point if they're investors, and what the opportunity is at this point of what the app, can be as far as impacting the lives of people who need direction, people who want to unify, and people who want to make a difference in the world. I think we've highlighted those things. Unfortunately, I can't get too deep as far as some of the other features of the app, just because it's an application and it's not a patented product. But at this point, I feel like we've discussed a lot. We've kind of highlighted some of the benefits of the app. We've given people direction as to how they can take advantage and support the application. And I think we've done a good job during the show of kind of getting that word out.
Well, great. I'm in a lot of places all of the time, and what Ken and I are going to do, he's also in a lot of places all the time. So what we're going to do for you is give you some airtime, and you can talk about the good ones. You can do it any way that you like, but we will be donating to the cause, and we will give you airtime, and you'll be able to get the message out. It'll run until the end of the year, and that will be another opportunity for people to donate to the good ones. Go to Indiegogo, donate whatever you can, become a part of this opportunity, become a part of this application. And as my brother likes to say, I am not tech savvy, but I think I know what an application is. I'm not real clear, but I know what the good one is. So we are going to make sure that the word gets out about the good ones, and we help you build this. We really want to help you build this, and we really want to be a part of it.
So basically, Kelly, what we're going to do is, sorry to interrupt, Kelly, we're going to donate some airtime spots, 30-second spots for you that we will talk about on the show, each show.
Fantastic. Really, really appreciate it. Just a quick update, Colette. The campaign ends as of December 15th. So it doesn't run completely through the end of the year. The campaign actually ends in the middle of December, on December 15th. So I definitely want to urge people to get to the campaign as soon as they can, to not waste any time. Actually, if you can do it today, do it today. Don't wait for
Do it
tomorrow
today.
because the campaign will end on December 15th. And as much as we can, if you donate, after you donate, please share the link with as many people as possible.
Okay. Is there any
And
way
once
to
you get
keep
that
it going?
podcast-
Can you extend it?
I'm sorry, what?
Extend it? I'm sorry, can you extend the campaign or restart it? Is there any way to do that?
No, unfortunately, with these crowdfunding platforms, they ask you for a beginning date and an end date. Once it ends, it's over, and you have to create a new campaign after that.
Oh, it can't be the same one.
No.
Oh. Okay. Okay. What if I don't win the lottery between now and December 15th?
You can always contact me after December 15th, and we can talk about donations and how that works after December 15th.
And of course, that's not to say if even after December 15th, if somebody decided to support the cause, they could contact you.
They don't have to just go. Yeah, they can go directly to you. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll have another donation a gateway up and running after December 15th, to where people can contact me and they can continue to support the cause with donations after December 15th. But in order to avoid confusion and, like I said, comply with certain regulations from a legal standpoint, I just wanted to go through one funnel at a time. So we're going to start with Indiegogo. We're going to create as much buzz, as much commotion and excitement about the good ones as possible through Indiegogo. And then once Indiegogo is completed in December 15th, then people will be able to find more information on the website, on the Indiegogo website. Currently, the Indiegogo website redirects people to currently the Good Ones website redirects people to the Indiegogo campaign. But once the campaign is over, then the app will stand alone, and it'll give more information about how to contribute.
Okay. Well, we do want to keep it going. And as Ken said, we will give you the spot, and hopefully prayerfully, this will help to build. And by December 15th, you will have what you need and more to keep this going and to make sure that everything is complete and in the right place. So we don't want it to stop. We want to keep it going. It's got to grow and grow. What do you see for the future for the Good Ones?
Well, what I see for the future for the Good Ones is, after we complete the build and we complete our initial marketing campaign, the sky's the limit for the Good Ones. What I envision is millions and millions of people joining our sites, becoming active in their communities, working on self-improvement, building their family structures, and this app becoming the pinnacle for that unity. This app becoming the roadmap for helping people build successful lives and a successful nation, a more unified nation. That's the main vision of this app, is to help people really get the most out of who they are by giving. And not just giving to others, but giving to themselves the things that they need to really become successful in our society. That's the ultimate goal and the ultimate vision for the Good Ones app.
Okay, make sure you sign in and get that podcast. Scotty usually has it up about a couple of hours after each show. So make sure you get that. Make sure you send that link to all your friends. And
Kenny, the YouTube video,
yes.
The YouTube stream or podcast on YouTube, our YouTube channel, Black Talk Radio, is so available immediately after the program. So, but yeah, the podcast will be posted a couple of hours. But that YouTube, that's something new. We're just expanding our reach out into the social media sphere, and we've adopted that YouTube. So that's one of the benefits. You don't have to wait. You can listen right away.
Fantastic. And I'll definitely be in that link right after the show and sending that out to everyone who sees our Indiegogo campaign and everyone who watches my personal video on YouTube as well.
Kelly, how can one get to your video without going to Indiegogo?
If you go on YouTube, you can reach me the same way, KB4MVENA. Type in my username, and you'll be able to. It'll pull up my campaign video on YouTube that way as well.
Okay. So we can forward that. We can ask people to go to the KB4 Dina, and they'll be able to see the video that way.
Yeah, you'll be able to do the video that way. But the best way is if you go on my Indiegogo campaign.
Campaign. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the video and a summary of the campaign and what the app is all about.
Okay, that's great. I have one more explanation to read. Do we have time? Sounds like we don't have time. But this is Thanksgiving week. I am Colette.
Please, I'm sorry, Colette, go ahead and read your affirmation, then we'll close it out.
Okay, thank you so much, Scotty. Thank you so much. None is more impoverished than the one who has no gratitude. Gratitude is a currency that we can mint for ourselves, spend without fear of bankruptcy. And remember that, folks, this is Thanksgiving week. Give thanksgiving and grace to every and all things that you do. Be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Nothing is so small. Nothing is so small that it does not require some sense of gratitude. Be grateful in what you have. Remember, this is Thanksgiving. Give thanks to your friends, your family. Be close. Make some decisions to do things differently. Be a different person. Be a person of gratitude and a person of dignity. Thank you so much for joining us. Kelly Brown Jr., thank you for being with us. You made this day. This is a wonderful opportunity for people to join in on. I love the good ones, and we're going to do everything that we can to keep the good ones on Change Matters. So thank you again. Thank you so much. Kenny, take it away.
And this is Change Matters. Thank you for joining us. We do this every Tuesday, 8 to 9 Pacific, and 10 to 11 Central Time. And thank you, Scotty, for engineering the show. This is Change Matters Solution. I'm Kenny Hendricks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
And I'm Colette Williams. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving.